Hello everyone. In last session, our previous session, what we learned. I explained to you all basically generics, right? And generics were done. I told you to show one class or dot class file after decompiling what is there in the dot class file. Does generic content are there or not? Generic is always compile time. I'm whatever my expectation in latest edition, still it is compile time, right? So I will show you. I will decompile one jar file or class file from the particular example which you have taken, that dot class file, and you will be able to see it is generic code has been removed after compilation. So today in this session, as I said, I'll be discussing about Lambda. So let me go. Now you see, as you all have seen my LinkedIn profile, those who have might be listening to my videos or going to my videos, this is my LinkedIn profile. You can always visit my LinkedIn profile. Okay. So let me go and open the Java doc for Lambda. You know what is Lambda and all this, and then we'll go from there. Just opening uh, Java Lambda, but I think I have not shared my screen, right? So let me share my screen. Uh, Let me share my screen. So this is my screen, right? So before coming to this sharing my screen, I just googled this Lambda expression I was telling. So let's go to the Lambda expression Java doc, right? We'll go to the Oracle Help Center docs.oracle.com Lambda expression. It's called functional programming something, right? So see, Lambda expression can be implemented using functional interface, right? A functional interface is nothing but something. It's nothing but something. What is that something? So when we say functional interface, it is basically an interface which will have only a single method inside it or a single element inside it. That is called functional interface. So see here what they are saying. It will maximize my screen, right, so that you'll be also able to read it. Yes. So one issue with anonymous classes. I have not explained to anonymous classes. I will show that what is anonymous classes, right? So before that, let's go through this. So one issue with anonymous classes is that if the implementation of your anonymous classes is very simple, such as an interface that contains only one method, then the syntax of anonymous class may seem unwildly and unclear. In these cases, you are usually trying to pass functionality as an argument to another method, such as what action should be taken when someone clicks a button. Lambda expression enable you to do this, to treat functionality as method argument or code as data. You know. So I will tell you what is anonymous classes. Maybe after Lambda, so you'll be able to understand the difference between the anonymous classes and Lambda. See, anonymous class is a class which doesn't have any name. While writing new itself, you will create the class. While writing new, while creating an object, you will directly create a class of that. I will see if I can show it. We'll see that also, right? See here, ideal use of for Lambda expression. Suppose that you are creating a social network application. Now, they're given some use cases. You can go and study these use cases. What is the ideal use where you can use this Lambda function, where you can't use this Lambda function. So what I will do now, I will just start from the basic. What is Lambda expression? How you can use a Lambda expression. Then how you can write a block of code in Lambda expression. How you can pass Lambda expression as a method argument. So we'll discuss that now. So see earlier, some few months back, I was taken one session and I have done all these classes. Few engineering students they came to me to learn Java, so I was explaining them. So I have done that time. This all. So that time I curated this to explain them. The same content I'm going to explain you since I'm not a trainer, so I don't have any PPT anything. But this for the Lambda, I created a set of a program for them. So I will explain the set of program for them for you also. Here, the main class which I'm going to write, that I will write from the beginning, so that it will be easy for you, right? So here the let's go with the first one interface called get number, right? So if you see the get number, you can find the similar code in my Git location. You can go and download and check it also. See, as I said earlier, right? Before that, I will explain something here in this class. No, because that in this class it will be there. Public void main, public static void main, right? You people, yeah. So see here, this is something which basic of the lambda expression which you need to learn, right? The lambda expression, it is always how you represent a lambda expression. You represent a lambda expression with, see, we have given some example here. Um, no, that's still explaining. Okay, that's still explaining, but it is, yeah, here it is. See, lambda expression example where I just saw it here. Yeah. So see here, person P dot get is entered. This is kind of lambda expression. The hyphen and greater than symbol you need to use together to create or to represent it is a lambda expression. Coming back to the code, right? This lambda example I've written that time. I will write for you one because the main part is to the use of it. Defining and the use. That is the one part. How you will define, you have to create an functional interface. You have to create a functional interface. Without functional interface, you can't have a lambda expression. So you need to create functional interface. Or the interface which will only have one method inside it. That is called functional interface. See, the left side of specifies any parameter required by the lambda expression. The left side, whatever you would put it, that specifies any parameters required by the lambda expression. If no parameters are needed, an empty parameter list is used. Let's say, that I will explain. Let me copy this. Let me copy this while writing the code. I will explain. Close all. I will do it here. Close others. So I closed everything. Only get number will talk about get number now. It's a very simple one. See, this is one functional interface. Here you always can add another method. If you add another method, that functional interface will go away, right? That definition will be that it will violate the definition of functional interface. It will no more be functional interface. To avoid someone else to add another method, or maybe by mistake you're going to add another method, what you can do, always you can write add the functional interface like this, and then you can define it. So what happened? We will look into this. They will see the annotation. They will understand itself. It's basically a functional interface, and they will not add any method to it because functional interfaces are used in case of lambda. So if they add any method to it, it will not be able to, lambda will not work. So let's go to the lambda. Let's create a one more class because lambda example already populated. Already lambda example class having lots of information there. So let's create one more class which will be helpful to you. As I said, I don't have a job, so currently I'm just sitting idle. So I thought I have lots of knowledge on, application and product development. So a full stack Java development. So let me share it with everyone, or let me create a video. Whoever is interested to watch my videos, they can watch. Right? If no one is watching, then also it is helpful to me in later on to time. Sometime I can watch myself, right? So creating a video it won't waste your time. Rather you recall, refresh the knowledge which you have, right? So what I'm going to create one more lambda class because the other lambda class is already populated. If I just explain, you may not be able to understand. So I will create your lambda example. I created one more class, lambda example. So here I will have one main method. One method. And see, if you are watching my video, keep watching. After this Java completion, I will, I will tell you how you can use build script to build your uh, Java program and test it. Like how you can use Maven or Gradle to build your application. I will explain that. So here it goes public static void main method. So now see, since get number, I already have a functional interface defined. So what I will do, I will define here get number. Where I will do get number. I will define one variable. You know. So then what I will do equal to, I will do like this and then this. Then I'll put, let's say, uh, I'll put something like this. So get number. I've defined this, right? So now I will write this sys. Let's see what actually does it. Now I will do get num dot get value. See what actually it does. 143.4, right? See what actually it does and what actually it is here. See, get number is a functional interface. Get num is the type of, it's a type. It's a variable type of get number, or it's a data type of get number. And this arrow mark, if you are seeing my mouse pointer, this I have already marked it or bolded it. So if you see this hyphen and greater than symbol, this is called lambda expression. And left hand side, left hand side I've given a bracket, and then after that I've written the 143.40. So whatever there is 143.40, that will get assigned to this particular thing in the left hand side. That's what it says. The left side specifies any parameter required by the lambda expression. So whatever parameter you need in the lambda expression, that is defined here, right? And once this execution is done, that will be assigned to get number, right? So I will show the same example with passing a parameter. If no parameter are needed, an empty parameter list is used. So I don't need any parameter here. You know why I need a parameter here? Because it's a constant. I'm just trying to say, I'm just trying to put some constant value to get number. So why I will use a parameter? So I will just use that value, right? And I'm not doing any calculation or manipulation so that I want to use one input parameter. On the right side of the lambda, right? On the right side is the lambda body. In the right side, we have a lambda body. This is called lambda body, right? Which specifies the action of the lambda expression. This basically specifies the action of the lambda expression. This can be visualized or verbalized as becomes or goes to. Java defined two types of lambda bodies. One consists of single expression and the other type consists of a block. So this is called lambda expression or expression because it's a single line, and where we'll have a block, right? Like anonymous class. So that will be called as lambda block. This is what the definition I have taken from some book that time, while passing or while sharing the knowledge of lambda to engineering student. That time I've taken it from some book. I know if you are reading that book, you might have come, if you or you may come across this particular statement. This is a I've copied this statement from the book. I have not written myself. So that's how it is. So even if you click on this lambda, since it is upon the declaration, right? If you click on this upon the declaration, it will take to this get value, right? And if you click on this upon the implementation, it will take it like this: get number, get number, get number, get number. See, that is how this lambda expression. And if you click this upon call hierarchy, it will show you from where it has called. What is this call hierarchy? I will explain you later, so don't about this. This call hierarchy basically shows the layer of methods called from one class to the other class, right? The number of methods you are calling from one class to the other class, that is shown in this call hierarchy. So let's go to lambda example. Now, what we will do here, we'll we'll use the same, right? Get number, and we'll pass a variable. See how it works. See, I just want, I'm passing n. And what happened now? Some error I'm getting, right? So what is that error? Lambda expression signature does not match the signature of the functional interface method get value. See, when I'm passing n, it is saying this error, See, lambda expression signature doesn't match, but lambda expression signature doesn't match the signature of the functional interface method get value. Right? It's saying that it doesn't match. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do here? See, here this get number is not taking any kind of input parameter. So if it is taking some input parameter, then only it will be, we can pass. Otherwise, we have to have empty parentheses while creating a lambda expression for that particular functional interface method, right? So here I have another for that, something called numeric check. See, here I am taking numeric check intent. I'm taking one para. Right? So let's go to this guy. You know, let's go to the main class and let's see that. Now here this numeric check. I'm I want to check if this numeric is even or odd, right? So let's say I will go is even. I'll pass this like this. Then I will do this parenthesis. I'll pass inside this a number called n. I want to check that n is even or odd, right? So I will then do n mod of 2 and this. So before doing this, you know, n mod of 2 equal to 0, right? So before doing this, I will just show you something else here. See, what is numeric check? What we have defined in numeric check. Numeric check is basically a functional interface. Here are the functional interface already defined. And if you see, this has a method which is called check, and then passing one input parameter to it. We're passing one input parameter to it. Along with that, the return type is boolean. So here, my expression should be something which will return me a boolean, right? Here my expression should be something which will return me a boolean. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, it will throw you an error. So see, n mod 2 equal to 0, that is n, right? It is, I'm returning. Am I returning n? No, I'm passing input parameter as n and using that in my lambda expression or manipulating that in my lambda expression. See, slowly when I start, when I go slowly, when I will be showing you more examples, you will clearly observe, you will clearly understand, you will be able to clearly understand what exactly I'm trying to talk and what exactly I'm showing you and what the benefit of lambda expression, right? So here, what I will do, I will just remove this system.out.println. I will do here. This will return a boolean value. So is even is basically a boolean. So if is even dot equals true, right? Then what it is? SAS print what? Even number. I think I did something wrong. Anyway, let me first create this SOPs properly, and then this is an even number. Then this is an odd number, right? So this is how. Now is even, what is that method? Dot check, right? Check is the method. What I'll pass here? 2. Let's say I'll pass 2. And this will give me what? This will give me the value of boolean. So I don't need to do equals to here. Alright, I will remove this. So if it is 2, I'm passing 2, that means it will be What? Even. Let me run it. This is an even number. If I pass 1, this number is odd number, right? Odd number. So this is how you do, or you have lambda expression with a parameter, right? With a single parameter. So similarly, you can have multiple, parameter lambda functions, right? You can have multiple parameter. You can use multiple parameter for the lambda functions. Let me see what else function is there. For get the number, array function, number check, reverse function, string function, into check, word. I want to get some more example for you. Let me see in this example, what all example I've taken. I will explain the same thing here. Is even check, that same thing, only positive number. Yeah, that same, same can be used to implement some other thing, right? Yeah, so that I can use implementer to different. Let me show you that also. What is the benefit of what is the benefit of having no? What is the benefit of having this thing? Lambda example, lambda example. Yeah, yeah. See here, this is a lambda expression, and this lambda expression what I have here in line number 21. It is checking mode, correct? The same functional interface I can use to have one more different kind of lambda expression wherever it is required, right? As I check positive is absolute or check positive. So let's say check positive. The number is positive or not, right? So what I can do here, if n is greater than 0, if n is greater than 0, then means the number is positive, right? So this is how you can check here also, right? This is how you can do. Let's see. Just I will search. This is a simple example, just simple example I'm explaining you. If you think accordingly, you can always implement a business case or use case on using lambda expression. So you'll pass a check, you pass a n, right? What is that n? Some value I have to pass, right? Let's say I'll pass 1, and I will see if it is giving me positive. This number is positive, true, right? If I pass -1, number is positive, false. If I pass 0, false, right? So this is how it is the lambda expression. That's how the lambda expression work. It's a very simple one, not a complex one. This is a very simple one. Now we'll go for slowly complex, right? As I will take one more example. One more example with something here. We'll have something string function. It is taking true, right? See here, string function is taking true. True. There is a line, functional interface. There is a functional interface here. There is a functional interface which is taking two string, right? So let me do implement something from here. I don't know if I have implemented something there. Yes, there I have implemented something, but that is with something else. But let me explain here. String function. Function. So okay, it's not there. So let me use string function in this lambda essay class. Right? String function is also there. Now what we will do here? Do uh, will do or will say something. We'll try to find the character, the first letter of that string, first letter of that string. First letter. Some logic, some small logic, I'm trying to implement. So what I will do, I will pass here n, right? Then the string function, this. Then what I will do here, first letter I will get. I will use that. Oh, here we are taking two letter, right? N and M. I will take two parameters, right? First let n, or what we will do now, we will just do what we are returning here. First let us say we are returning a string function, we are returning a string, right? So what we will do here we will do a simple string addition, right? And plus, right? That's what we will do. So see how simple it is. So here what I will do first concat, just concat, okay? Dot function. First one what I will pass Java. Second one I'll pass world. Java world, right? So this see how easy. You can do so many manipulation with this particular string function is a functional interface. You can use or you can write so many lambda expressions to perform so many actions, right? Now these are all called what? These are all called functions, lambda expression or lambda functions. I will go with what is that called lambda block, where we'll have number of codes, multiple lines of code. So see, whenever you are writing multiple lines of code, what will be there? What will be there when you're writing multiple lines of code? When you're writing multiple lines of code, um, it will be like anonymous class only, and it will be like anonymous class, and it will execute something. And whenever we are writing a multiple line of codes, we have to have a written statement. Here in single expression we need not require to have a written statement, but when we have multiple line of code, definitely we need to have a written statement, otherwise it will not work. So I'm going to write one multi-line of code and explain you. Before that, I'm just coming you to so see, this is called multiple line of code, right? For that string function, I will write multiple line of code to do some operation of the string, right? To do some operation of the string, this kind of operation will do there. So let's go and see how with string function, this functional interface, how I can have a lambda with multiple block of code, right? So this is the interface I have, or I'm going to define. What we need to do. We will take two strings. Okay, we'll take two strings, and that two strings we will you know we'll take let's say two strings, one string, or we'll take two strings with two words each, right? One string having two words, the other string is having two words. And what will take the first string from the uh, first word from the first string, second word from first word from the second string, like this. This here you see in my screen, right? So let's say string one, string two, that is n. N equal to like this. It will be string, it will be string, right? Let's say string, right? or str1, right? This is like this, right? Str1, and then m equal to str3, str4, right? This is what m. So what will be the output? The output will be, what will be str1, then space str3, then space str2, then space str4, right? This is what we will give. This is what output will write this function. We will jumble the word, right? So let's continue now. Jumble equal to, so I will pass two strings n comma m, right? And this is lambda expression. Then here this will start, you know? And here we have to write return null. Let's say initially return null, right? Here string, string statement one. I'll split it to, like this, equal to n dot split. And what I will do, space. I'll split by space, right? Then str string st statement 2. Here I'll equal to m dot split. We'll split it, not split. Sorry. We'll split it again by space. This is what we did. Our string will get split. This word will get split by spaces, and they will get into store into string array. Right now, what I will do? Oh, we'll have a for loop. Right? We'll have a for loop. I can have a for loop. So a different logic it comes. See, you can also use your own logic to implement the functionality here. I will have my own logic to implement the functionality. So I'm thinking which would be the best one to do it here, right? Because we are going to alternately add the word. So here it might create trouble, right? So let's say for what I will do here, I'll define the length of the array int length equal to 0 initially. Let's say the length st statement 1 and statement 2 is 0. So what I will do, I will define the max length for my for loop. That's why I have to find the max length, right? If a statement 1 dot length is greater than statement 2 dot length, okay, I'm giving a generic implementation, that's why I need it here. Then if it is greater than, length is equal to statement 1 dot length, else equal to statement 2 dot length. See, here I am explaining, I'm writing program so that whoever is watching this video, they will understand. Otherwise, I would have explained the previous session which I have taken for Lambda, right? I would have explained that same thing, which I have taken few months back in the month of September, or a month of so August, September, for the engineering students from this Karnataka Vishwavishra Technology, Vishwavishra University. You know. So STT, and I have taken few this Lambda class sessions on generic in a park in my place. Some diploma engineering students and engineering students, they came. They said they discuss. They started asking question to me, and we started discussing. Then can you, so how can we write it? So I explained them in pen and paper. They had their pen and paper. They came to park after the college for a refreshment, right? Or for time pass or evening hour, they want to work around, go together, talk. That's how I met them, and they started asking me. Okay, so see, this should show error, LENGTH. Why it is not showing error? Anyway, because this, we're writing this code inside the Lambda expression, this parenthesis. Sometimes this compiler will not be able to identify. So you have to see this variable properly you are writing or not. Initially it was HT, so I modified it. So now I got my length, right? I got the length because I have to iterate it till the max length. Why? Now I am giving equal number of word in both the string. If I will have, if I will have maximum number of word, if I will have maximum number of, let's say one is having odd number of words, like one is having two words, the other is having four or three. So what will happen? At the end, all the words will come and merge. No, there will be no this. After running this, will come to know what is that actually I'm talking about. Don't worry, actually I got some message on my phone, so I got distracted. Fine, I'll see later. INTI equal to 0. That's how it happens. I less than LEN, it is length. I plus plus. This is how this is how the for loop will be, right? So whichever is the max, I'm going to take that. Now the addition will happen. So what will be the logic then? Here, can you tell me? Anyway, if some people are watching, they would have you have to do a proactive session, and you all might have heard their voice. So since no one is watching, this is I'm already recording to upload into YouTube. So there will be no voice. I have to ask question and I have to give the answer. See, if yeah, so I'll take another string. I'll define one more string here, which will hold the final string. Final string equal to st I plus st2, right? So this is how it is happening. So let's define two length here, two lengths. Because after certain rate, it will give array index of out. If I go more than, okay, first let me, since first I'm going to give equal size of word, it will not throw any exception, then I will think, then we will modify it to give that max. That's it. First let me show it, huh? Let me show you all this, then we will discuss about this. So here it is, final string. Then we'll modify final string. At the end, you have to give the semicolon. This is how it is. This why it is showing error. St cannot be resolved to a variable, st cannot be resolved to a variable. Why? I have defined it, right? Here. Oh, sorry, it's st. st1 and st2. Because of this message, I got distracted. Fine. So final string. Yeah, so see, I don't know, some network issue is there. I got disconnected since I'm recording it from using Zoom, my Zoom meeting. So because of some network issue, this got disconnected. I am sharing it again. I don't know from where. It got disconnected, but I will explain what I did. I'm sharing my screen again. Oh, so we are back here, right? We are back. See, length st1 dot length, st2 dot length, right? I think you might have seen this while I'm writing. It got just disconnected. I am in the middle, right? I am in the middle of writing this. To jumble word, right? We're just trying to jumble the words. So see, I will start from this if condition. I've taken this if length, st dot length is greater than st dot length to check if this, if the size of the sentence, the number of word present is different, then how we're going to manage that jumbling words, right? So let's forget about that now. Keep in mind, I will do it now itself in front of you, that max size also. But before that, I just want to show you the output. So I've taken a final string equal to null in line number 45, and if you go to line number 47, final string sti plus st2. Now what I will do, I will pass two words that basically will have the same number of thing, right? So jumble, gum jumble dot function. So I'll pass our word. I'll pass rocking high, right? Now see what the output is coming. Java world high, right? So it has given Java world high two words because okay. So before that, I need to see what happened this split. If the split is not working, then how it will work? STI. Okay. So we'll see here what it is coming. SYS will print here inside this itself, right? So while I'm doing this, I'm showing you how to debug also, right? So here you can use Eclipse debugger, you can write always SOP to debug it. First I'll put here STI plus ST2. When I was explaining this to this engineering student, Java rocking world high. Java rocking world high, world high. See, first it printed Java world, this one, right? Then Java rocking. Okay, Java rocking world high. That's right. See, it is printing Java rocking. Java, it took the first word and then it took the second word. That is Java rocking. And we're okay. I got it. It is a mistake. It is a mistake. See, what always we should do in this kind of this thing, always it is better, you know, final concat here, str, st1, I, right? st1, I. Then with st1, I, what will concat? We will concat st1, st2, I. So this is how you will do it. Now we should get, but we may not get that space. So let's see how it comes. Null pointer exception for string concatenate string with string Java world, Java rocking. Java world, Java. Okay. Java world, Java rocking. Why it is showing? Null pointer action cannot string invert concat because final string. Hmm. The final string is null, so it cannot invoke. So I have to. I just put a double quote, empty space there. Okay. Java rocking world high. You got it? Java rocking world high. How it can do? How you can do it using the other way? The plus C equal to final string, then plus, then st 1 I, then plus st 2 I. You know, this also this also should give us the result. And you want to give some space, right? So that this will look like better string. Here also you can do that way, concatenate space and then you can do that way. Let me do that here also. And we'll do that later. Let me, then you answer the other one the way we did initially and we didn't find any difference. So see, here also it will give the same output. Java rocking world high, right? So let me comment out this guy now. Not required. So now see, here what happened? Here we have this. Here we have the word. Here we have what we have. Here we have the equal number of string, right? The equal number of words in the particular string. The equal number of words in the particular string that's here we are passing. Let's say here I will pass something Java world happy, right? Java world happy. So see now what will happen. Array index out of bound, right? We need to handle this particular situation. This should be Java rocking world high happy. It should be that way. If you have equal number of words, then it is basically alternate words will be merged. Alternate it will show. And if you have in any string, either in the first string or saying second string, more number of words, we should just simply add that word, right? So how we can do here? See, here we have already found the length. That is the max length we are taking, right? If if it is max length, whatever the max length we are taking that, and we are doing the loop, right? So what happened here? The other one is here. Uh, so here what I will do, I will store this both size length, right? Both array length I will store and I will use it. So here I will go, I will define one as max length, right? lng th and one as min length. Min length is basically it may the variable may not be the right appropriate what I'm using for the variable, but the min length is basically not min length. It is the size, max size, min size, or the max length or min length. The statement which has more number of words that will be max length, and the statement which is less number of words that will be min length. So st1 length is greater than st2 length. That means this will be max length, right? This will be max length, and this will be min length. In this particular situation, statement 2 is having 2 words and statement 1 is having 3 words. So now what happened here? So I will iterate till min length. I will iterate till min length, right? I will iterate till min length. I will iterate till min length here. And what I will do, I will have one more count. See, this can be done more simpler way, but whatever now it's coming to mind, I'm doing it. I'm not seeing the efficiency of this algorithm now, just to show you how you can do it, right? So I'll just keep that counting that word. So that means the count plus plus, right? That means the count plus plus the word. It will have the till the length which it has added, right? So after that, what I will do, I will have one more for count here, int less than max length, right? Then count, that is from where it has stopped, it will start and you will keep adding. What it will add? My final string equal to final string plus, you know, so see, this will only work for one condition, and the other condition will not work. But anyway, let me show it to you, and then we'll see. Then we'll see making. Mm, okay, so see, this is just for example, huh? Because this is not an efficient algorithm. I'm just showing, for example, you can modify it to accommodate everything. You know how we can handle this thing. For this final string plus what I will do here, place. Now in this case, since I'm using max length, that means I know st1, right? st1, st1. I'll put your count, right? And why it is saying this count about why what count is the complaint? Syntax error on token count plus plus expected after this token. Why plus plus expected? Yeah. Okay. So this is how now see how it should give the output for the same input. Java world happy where I'm printing. Yeah, right. Output final string Java world number is positive. Java world is happy. Okay. So let me first do something here. Let me comment out this one. What I'm getting here. Java world. Only I'm getting two. That is fine. Java world I will get. But after that, why it is not working? Max length I equal to 0. Min length is 2. So till 2 it should go. Right? Java world happy, not happy. Min length is 2. It will have one count. So for 0 and for 1, it should add. And after that, it should come to this guy. Let me go with max length and see what is happening. I'm getting the actual word. Java world index out of 2 bounds length 2. That is fine. So now let me remove this happy guy. Let me make it work for that. Java world. What I did is a little bit change of this max length, right? If st1 length is greater than st2, max length or greater than equal to I have to put because now both are same, right? Yes. So you see now this is working, right? We're getting the whole. Now what happened now? I will add one more here. Happy. So here it is giving index out of bound, right? Because the size is more. Now let's put it min length here. Put min length what it does. How much word it is getting. If it is give min length, then it's not working actually. It is showing Java world only. How come Java world it is showing even if I have space? From where it is printing Java and merging the word. st1, st2. I. st1 is basically Java. st2 is basically rocking. So it should get Java rocking, not only Java world. And this Java world is getting printed from somewhere else, right? See, this algorithm you can make it more efficient. I will, if you go to my Git, I will fix it in later, and I will check in this piece of class into Git. You can always get it from the Git, right? So this is how it we will. I will do it later because if I keep editing this now, what will happen? I will waste time. No, I thought of finishing this session, finishing Lambda expression here. We almost going to be another 1 hour, and in between we got some, in between we got uh, disconnect from the internet. Okay, let's go for another uh, Lambda implementation, right? So this is how, if you have seen, this is how it implements. So this is how it is implemented. This you will find in Git the right code. So this is how, if you see a Lambda block, this is how the Lambda block gets implemented. I started this block from line number 37 and it reached line number 62, right? In between that, some conditions, some code are there which I have checked. So what happens now? This is how code. This is your code Lambda block. Now I will show you one more example, which is basically uh, actually, I have shown this to the same students of engineering students from diploma degree, in my place, Keonjhar, and also here online class session while taking online session to some people here in Bangalore from Vishweshwara Technology. So see, uh, this session because they wanted to learn Java, so I have trained them. So see here T reverse. I will show with this string function, reverse function one. See reverse function is one interface and reverse string is one interface, right? So see this reverse string interface, what it does, it takes a string, it reverses a string and gives me back the string. As we have already learned what is what is that we have already learned what is generic. So you can also go, you can have a functional interface with generic implementation or generic type, and you can have your own generic type. See the same here, reverse string, the same. I'm taking reverse string instead of reverse string. I've mentioned it reverse because it's a generic one, and here string I'm passing. What here I'm doing, it is saying I'm saying reverse t t t. This is generic, right? This functional interface of your reverse function can be used to reverse a string, to reverse a number, to reverse a double, to reverse a set of character, to whatever you want to reverse. You can use this functional interface to reverse it. Right? Now, if I talk about this reverse string, how we're going to do it with reverse string, and we're going to do with reverse function, we'll see that. And I think then we're almost done with our lambda. Or maybe we'll have one more thing, that is how to pass this one, how to pass a function, input parameter as a your lambda, right? That will won't take much time. We, it will extend a little bit more than an hour. So Just observe it. I've taken reverse string, right? Reverse string equal to the string which you will pass str, and then arrow. Then what? Then we'll start our method, which will return what? Which will return the reverse string. I string, it will be string, right? String reverse equal to initially null will define, and I will write the reverse. This is what we are returning. Okay. Spelling is have something white here. So this is how now in between this skeleton, what we'll have the muscles. That is basically the function we'll define here. So how are you going to reverse a string? You can reverse a string to its character. You can split a string to characters and then add it, right? So that's what I'm going to do it here. String str array equal to whatever string I'm getting str dot split. The see already string reverse function is available, but I don't want to choose. Already string reverse function is available. You know, already string reverse function is available, but we will not use that. We will not use replace. Already string reverse function is available. You can use that to reverse the string, but we will not use that. Anyway, you can search it here. So let me go and do manually str.split. I will use split and I will use like this. So it will split by a one single vector. So these are called patterns. No, what earlier in this previous method I have used a space. So I want to split the string based on the space wherever the space is available. Here, no space after each character, right? So now I got the string array. What I will do for here int I equal to str1 dot length, right? Then I less than you know going to from starting to I greater than 0, I minus, right? So here reverse, here is reverse equal to reverse plus str1, right? Now below here I'll print so pass what is that method? I'll pass the reverse here. Reverse string dot reverse string. This is right. Let's see how it gives. Why it is getting null here? Why it is getting null? Any idea? Why it is getting null? Hmm. I just share dot one. It's not going inside this one. Hold on. What is this? Go inside the for loop. Let's see. No, why it is not doing. Okay, so basically it is not going inside that. It is not going inside that. Why it is not going inside this for loop? Pathetic situation here. We're getting into something trouble. Yeah, this is Java. Java is this. This is Java, and Java is this. So what? So what I'm doing here, I'm printing this one. So it is coming this. Let me comment it out. Sometime I don't know why it won't go inside the folder. Java is this, right? Java is this. No, it is just reversed the sentence, right? So that's how it is. So this is your the reverse string lambda expression implementation without using generic. Now, if you want to implement the same thing, right? You want to implement the same thing, but in a generic way. So how I will go reverse this? You will use this reverse function. So how are we going to use that? How are we going to implement that? That is one good thing. I will tell you. You can take this lambda reverse function ref f1 equal to here you pass str same way you pass str. Right? You do this, you do this. You start this, you end this. And copy paste this all functionality here, right? Yeah. So now this reverse function is working for string or what? So this reverse function will work for string. See here in this example, I'm coming to my other class. Here in this example, this generic. Do you remember how to use this? This is how you to use this, right? If you don't, if you are using a generic user defined function, reverse function, so you have to use in generic style. That generic style is here. This is the only place where you need to define string, and once you define string, it will take it as a string. So what I'm doing, I'm commenting out this reverse string function for here for now. I'm commenting out this reverse string function for now. Yes, I commented it out, and now see this particular reverse function will give us the same output what we got in the reverse string function. It is only reverse, it is not reverse. Okay, so let me do something else. Let me copy this and keep it above this so that when we uncomment that will give the output. So this is reverse function, right? REV. This is reverse function, and this don't has reverse string. This has reverse method. You know. So see, since same logic, but it is going to give you the same output, right? Java is this. Now, if you properly implement it, now see, now I've removed this pattern, this that sequence or pattern to split the words. I removed that space. I made it no space, only double quote start, double quote end. Now see how it will come. Now it gave the whole ulta, right? The total everything is reversed now, right? So the earlier I was just reversing the words, now it reversed everything. If I just give a space, It is like the same. So it is same functional interface. Since it is generic, the same functional interface can be, what can be used to implement for integer, reversing integer, right? So now you see it will give you the better output. See, Java is this. It came with space also. Now the same reverse function I will take and I will implement for integer. Reverse function, now I will just have return return integer, right? So I defined integer here. Now we are just going to reverse the integer. So the person who is going to use, he has to pass here a numeric value. He has to pass a numeric value. That numeric value will get reversed. So what we will do, we can do something like this: integer string, str equal to take that numeric integer. Since I'm using wrapper class, right? I'm using this wrapper class. Since I'm using wrapper class, what I can do, I can make it dot string, string value. I will convert to string value and I will reverse it. The same above logic I will use. Integer dot string. There are so many methods, right? Integer dot two binary string, two hex string, two octet string, two string. So two string. What this will give? What this method will give? The string return a string object representing the specified integer. The argument is converted to string is signed decimal representation and string. I am in a parameter is integer to be converted. A string version of the argument is base 10. So basically it's going to return as the string. So after that, what I can do after that, I will do the same thing what we are doing here, right? What we are doing here, we will do the same thing here, right? That same thing we will do it here and then use this reverse as return. Now I'll print it. Here we are going to put some number, right? And this is not revert function, this is reverse function int, right? So I put some number, it is an integer, so let me go with a little smaller number. If it, if it, yeah. So this is what. No? So now this reverse, why it is saying reverse? Okay, so basically what we have to do, we have to integer, we have to use return integer. So what we'll do, integer if reverse is not null, right? If reverse is not empty, if reverse is dot is empty, then question mark integer dot value of. No, I'll pass here the string reverse. Otherwise, I'll pass let 0, nothing, right? Now run it. It is 0, so there is something wrong, right? So something wrong. So let's see where it is going wrong. It's going inside this. We're getting empty, right? It's not going inside that. Okay, so the problem is here string str. I'm getting it. So let me print what I'm getting here in str. No, I should get that as a numeric value, right? And that str I'm doing a split. Yeah, I understood why it is giving 0. See, it is giving in 0 because I'm trying to split it based on the pattern here in the previous where we're trying to split it based on the space, each word, right? Word wise. But here it's a number, there will be no word. So each character we have to split and create a array. or there is something called two char array. If you want to go with a character, you can have a two char array, str.two char array. But I don't want to go with character, so I want to go string like this. I have to use this pattern where there is no space. So it will split with, it will split with single character. Yes, see 83, 40, 81. It is adding one more zero at the end. It is adding one more zero at the end. Maybe because of some reason we have to see why it is adding at the end. At the end, one zero. That is another. Why it is adding another zero at the end. 83481. Right? Why it is adding zero at the end? Hmm. Hmm. It is reversing, but why it is adding zero at the end? So str1 8 1 3 str1 1. After 1, no, it is doing split, right? Oh, we are not getting this output from the here. See, it is trying to print from the system.out.println. Now see what will happen. Now we will get 0. Now we'll get 0. See, we got 0, right? 83481 is the output coming from line number 92. And line number 103 is not giving us any output, it's giving 0. Why? Reverse dot is empty. If it is empty, then return 0. If it is not empty, convert it. So what I should do, I can reverse this, I can reverse this to the other side and then bring 0 to the left and to the right. I should take this. Or I can use here not if it is not empty, right? Because first part is true, second part is false, right? So here now we'll get the proper output. Number format exception, integer dot value 5, where it is giving number format exception. Okay, don't know why it is giving, maybe because of some space. Let's trim it. If there is any space, it will trim. Yeah, there might be some space because I added a space in the beginning, right? 83481 for input string 18438. Okay, so yeah, we should remove this space, right? Because here, here, adding space and then converting it to integer will not work. If here, see, it gave the output type 18438, right? It gave the output. See what actually happening in this line number 98. If you see, I had a space, I copied. See, that's happened when you do a copy paste. I always feel to write self so that it will be faster. You will see line number 83, that same line. Double quote is a plus str1 I plus double quote. I have given a space and then reverse. So here that plus is not required because it is a number and because you have to convert this again string to number. So that's how it is. So this is how we are you can use reverse function for integer and for string and for any kind of other reverse functionality. So it is always, if you have a generic implementation for functional interface, that will definitely going to help you for multiple implementations. So next is last functionality. Let me finish it and then we'll at the end of this session. I don't know, sometime I got disconnected. What part of my video is not there? I don't know. I will upload this video. If possible, I'll watch also. So if you have any concern, any questions, any queries, Any clarification need on generic, on this part of generic, kindly put comments on that video comment section. Kindly you can send mail to my mail ID. Also you can message me over the LinkedIn. So here it is gone. And one more last functionality. Let me take it from here. That old implementation. I will give the same example here. Yeah, this is the class. See, there is I'm writing a new method, public static string operation. This string function asset. This string function is what? String function is basically our functional interface, right? Which is taking two string. I have already shown you some example, right? So this is taking two string. And what happened? This functional interface I am using as what? I am using as input parameter. And I'm passing two string S and W, right? Or maybe you can pass one string, multiple string. It depends on you how many strings you want to pass, or what operation you are going to perform. Based on that you can define, right? So here I have one more example here which I can use that to show you here. uh, yeah, let me run this, what this program is doing. Then I will, possible I will take this code from here, otherwise I will write a new code for you. Space removed, Java world, keep talking. What I'm passing here, string str word, two parameters, string operation, two parameters, and then string result word speed. Okay, so what we are doing here, I will explain that thing only here. Lambda function as an argument, right? So they will take this and explain rather writing. It will take some more time. No, it will take our time. This is how it is. These are basic, yeah. These are basic, very basic functionalities are these. These are very basic concept of Java, and everyone knows. If you start working, you will also know about all these. These are very basic, very basic functionality of Java. Let me maximize this and tell you. See what is doing input string Java will keep talking, and then output string that will come from the method string operation. What this string operation? The string operation is taking a functional interface, and that functional interface having two input parameter, right? So what you can do inside this string operation, you can write your definition of functional interface and return the value, right? Or what you can do, you know you can implement this functional interface and then you can use it, right? So see what happened here. Since the input parameter is what? The input parameter is functional interface, right? The input parameter is functional interface, and I'm passing two more words to here, right? So the string operation is the method. See, the string operation is the method. If you see, this is what starts here. This what it starts here, right? I will just give one more enter mark here, and I will give one more enter here, so that you will understand what actually is happening, right? So see the string operation, this is a method, and inside that string function. So this is a string function inside that, and string function always take two parameters. If you see the functional interface of string function, we're passing two parameters, right? Function and g. Here, if I go to this Lambda example class, whatever we're going to define now, right? If I go to that class, I comment out the above code, which is creating confusion for, comment out the fast piece of code. Okay. So if you see this output string operation, right? The first parameter is functional interface. So here the functional interface basically the lambda expression, right? So inside the method parameter or input parameter is a string function, and that is our functional interface, and we need to implement a lambda expression there. So what I did, I started implementing here the lambda expression in that particular first parameter. See, and then some comma, and then we have passed the second parameter, and then we have passed the third parameter. So the first, what I am trying to do in this program, we're trying to identify the parameter or the string which is passed in the third parameter. That word should present in the second parameter, right? And the first parameter will perform the functionality, right? So see here, str word, right? So these are the two parameter for the functional interface, and string result is going to give us the result, right? Not. This is the declaration. It's not going to give us any result. Yeah. So you should be very careful, right? It is just declaration. I'm just initializing a variable which I'll get, which I'll get from the this thing. And it is found, the word is found, then I'll return it. If the word is not found, I will just ignore it. Yeah, okay. So this is the, I'll just bring this. See, now it should be clear for you. This from here to here is the first parameter. That is the functional lambda expression, lambda block or lambda implementation, lambda block implementation. And whenever you are passing any functional interface as an input parameter, it should, you see line number 33, it should be implemented this way. It should be implemented in 132, 133, 134. So it should be implemented in this way. Return accepted function SW should be implemented in this way. Here, result. I've initialized a variable the same way what we have done here in the reverse function or reverse string or reverse integer. Right, the same way I'm doing it here. I'm splitting it. I'm splitting it by the sequence or the pattern I have used. Right, and what I'm doing, I'm trying to. This is called by space. Split the word by space. It is trying to split the word by space. And what I'm doing, I'm checking the word length. So it's not required because it's already tested this program. Then what I'm doing, I equal to 0, I less than word length, I plus plus. So each word, it will split based on the word. Each word equal in the case, I'm checking the word which I have passed in the here functional interface is the second argument, right? And then if it is found, it's found. If it is not found, it's not found. Okay. And if it is found, it is returning, it is found. If it is not found, then it is returning. Sorry, if it is found, it is returning the word. If it is not found, it is returning not found. That's how here the program is, right? So let me run it now and you see it. See the word Java, right? Now if I give something else in this input parameter, line number 123, if I give something which is not there, let's say Satya is not there, right? So I have given here. So let me run this program. You see what it is saying. The word not found, right? The word is not found. See here I've given in line number 115 / s plus. So let me delete this and give a single space. So you will see both of them are same. The word not found, both of them are same space. So now I'll make it Java. Both of them will split the string based on the word. Let me run the word Java, right? So this is how it is. This is how it is. This is how you can have your implementation of Lambda expressions. And next session, I'll explain you an anonymous class. But based on that, you can understand what is Lambda, what is anonymous class, how they differentiate each other. Today, I will end this session here. So next session we'll have anonymous class. Any concern, any doubt, any questions, you need any clarification, kindly ask me because these videos are only for you all. Who are watching, kindly watch it and ask me. So let me end this session today here. Thank you everyone. See you in next session.